I get approached by a lot of small business owners who tell me that they're not getting the information that they need from their accountant or bookkeeper to enable them to run their business successfully. Now, absolutely, this could be because they've just picked a bad accountant or bookkeeper. But actually, in most cases, the reality is that they haven't picked the right accountant to help them with their problem. And that's because being an accountant is a little bit like being a doctor, and it covers a really broad range of specialisms. So I'm going to go over exactly what you need to look for in an accountant or a business expert when you're looking for help in your business with your finances so that you can pick the right person to help you. So I'll give you an overview of the different types of accountants that could help you in your business and exactly when you'll need them, but more importantly, that you're not paying for an expert that you simply don't utilize in your business. So this video could also save you some money too. So the accounting industry or the financial needs of a business can be categorized into 3 areas. There's bookkeeping, accounting and tax, and financial management. Now, bookkeeping refers to the day-to-day needs of your business, and typically a bookkeeper will post things onto your accounting system like invoices, they'll pay your suppliers, they'll even do things like your payroll and your VAT returns too. So they look after everything that happens on a day-to-day basis in your business. Now, actually anybody can call themselves a bookkeeper. It is a completely unregulated industry in the UK, apart from the fact that you must be registered with HMRC for anti-money laundering. 2 of the best known and quality qualifications in the UK for bookkeeping are with AAT and ICB. So if you're going to be working with a bookkeeper in your business, I would highly recommend that you look for somebody that has either one of these qualifications. A bookkeeper that is doing a sloppy job or simply doesn't have the right level of skills that you need in your business, then they're putting incorrect or crap information into your accounting system. So not only does that mean that, for example, your VAT might be wrong, you might pay suppliers the wrong amount, but it also means that you're unable to rely on this information to make decisions in your business. So crap in, crap out is what you get if you try and go cheap with a bookkeeper. Now, in the UK, the average salary for a bookkeeper starts around about £25,000 per year, or if you're looking to outsource it and work on an hourly basis, then you can pick up a bookkeeper for around about £15. But this can easily double, if not treble and more, for the more experienced bookkeepers. So it's just a starting point. It's not necessarily the guide of what you should pay, and you do need to make sure that you're getting a quality experienced bookkeeper that is appropriate for the size of your business. That's in your business where you're going to need some external help is in accounting and tax. Now, typically when we're referring to accounting and tax, we're talking about all of the compliance side of things that you have to do with mostly HMRC and Companies House. So this is your annual company accounts that have to be filed, your annual tax returns, things like that. Now, the key here with this area of finance is that it's always looking at what has happened in your business and reporting to you. And because it's always looking back into the past, you normally only do this work on an annual basis, and they will just simply be completing the job of processing your tax return or your company accounts to the regulations. And there is a set format that the accounts have to be prepared in the UK. So this also makes the accounts of limited use to a business because you're not really able to analyze them too much or draw too much information out of the statutory accounts. Now, again, the word accountant in the UK is not regulated, so anybody can claim that they are an accountant regardless of whether they have qualifications or not. But you're not allowed to say you are a chartered accountant unless you do have a qualification with one of the chartered accountancy bodies. So the most common ones in the UK are ACCA, ACA and ICAEW. So they're all some of the chartered institutions in the UK. And the level of qualification is like a master's or postgraduate diploma. So it takes many years to get this qualification, and you also have to have a set level of relevant practical experience as well. So actually it's quite hard to become chartered. Many people actually start out with the exams and never finish them because it is very tough to pass the accountancy. So if you're looking for somebody to help you with your statutory accounts, your year-end accounts and your tax returns, then absolutely go and find yourself a chartered accountant for that, because it comes with a certain level of quality that should be guaranteed with the chartered accountancy qualifications. Now, if you were looking to employ an accountant in your business, starting salary is going to be around £40,000 a year, just to give you a benchmark. But if you are looking for one of the more specialist areas, perhaps a tax advisor, somebody like that, then the fees can be eye-watering and astronomical. difficult. Really, there are a lot of specialisms within the accounting and tax environment, and it can become very costly for a small business. So far, we've looked at 2 areas of the financial needs in your business. We've looked at the day-to-day bookkeeping transactions that need to be put onto your system, your suppliers need to be paid, you need to raise invoices, that type of thing. And we've also looked at the year-end requirements of producing the statutory accounts and tax returns. That helps to keep you compliant with HMRC and to pay the relevant taxes, but also make sure you're not paying too much tax unnecessarily. But an area of finance that we have not yet covered and is often the most overlooked by small businesses is financial management. Now, financial management is mostly focused on forward-looking. Financial management accountants or management accountants are looking into the future and trying to drive the performance of the business. So this would be things like looking at cash flow, but it's not a case of just looking at the cash flow, it's a case of using the numbers in the business to try and make sure that the cash flow works for the business and keep the business on track for their goals. So typically a management accountant covers optimizing profit, so increasing the profits in the business, supporting with increasing the turnover and the margin. I've mentioned cash flow, and generally just optimizing the performance of the business. A really key area of financial management too is also strategic planning. So this would be looking at the long-term future of the business and setting long-term goals and objectives, but more importantly, a plan of how to get there. Now, the most well-known qualification in this area within finance is CIMA, or the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. So whilst it is a chartered accountancy qualification, it actually doesn't cover a lot of information at all about tax and statutory accounting. It's all focused on driving and optimizing business performance. So in the corporate world, typically people with these qualifications would go on to be finance directors and CFOs. So that's the type of role that I've had when I worked in the corporate world too. So very strategic board level roles that are focused on driving the long-term profitability and sustainability and performance of the business. And many small businesses have their bookkeeper and they have somebody that takes care of their year-end stuff, and they just completely overlook this. And really, management accounting or financial management is all about making smart decisions in your business on a day-to-day basis that drive profit and bring more cash into your business. So it really is at the heart of pretty much every decision that a small business owner or an MD will be making on a day-to-day basis in their business. So if you don't have anybody helping you with your financial management and you don't have the skills to do this yourself, then you've got an absolutely massive black hole in your business that could be costing you profit, could be lowering your cash flow and stunting your growth. So if you are serious about growing a successful business, then you need to get serious about financial management. You don't necessarily need to go out and recruit a full-time person in your business to help you, but you absolutely can begin to upskill yourself in financial management. So that's about making smart decisions in your business that leads to more profit and more cash. So if you found this video helpful, then make sure you subscribe to my channel and also check out my free Facebook group for businesses that want to grow.